What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. What better way to start off a video than, you know, just listening to your electric water pump just self-bleed itself. We have the battery charger charging the battery while, you know, this whole process is going on, because it does take like 12 minutes and I don't want the battery to die in the middle. I need to install the JB4 still, because when you run hybrid turbos, they recommend that you run the JB4 and the MHD back on flash. There will be a separate video of how to install a JB4, because when I put the two-step and the anti-lag in, I'm gonna have to take the JB4 out. So I will show how to install a two-step, how to install a JB4, and how to install the anti-lag. But what I still have to do is a few things. I still need to prime the injectors, which is as simple as the injectors are all plugged in right here. So pretty much all I have to do is go inside the car and I just need to push the ignition on, off, on, off, on, off. So what the injectors will do when you turn the ignition on and off like that is it'll pump fuel to the fuel rail and then into the injectors. So that way when you do a first start, the injectors already have like fuel to them. So it's not like sputtering in the beginning or a rough start. It should pretty much just, you know, kind of fire up right away. On top of that, I still need to prime the turbos, which means I need to get oil to them. I'm going to unplug the injectors and then fire up the motor, which obviously it's not going to start because the injectors won't be plugged in, so there won't be any fuel to it. And then by me doing that, it'll just crank the car. There will be no fuel that gets sent, meaning the car will never actually turn over and start. It'll just da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That will feed oil throughout the system, the engine, the turbos and everything. And then and yeah, I mean, at that point, we pretty much should be able to just fire it up and start it, and pray and hope for the best. All right, so I left the battery to charge for a little while, took a shower, got in clean clothes that hopefully don't get too dirty, and the motor was able to be primed. It did try and turn over. I did it like 3 times. So that should definitely be enough to get some oil running through everywhere. Once I replug the injectors in, we're gonna try and turn her over and see what happens. I'm gonna put you guys right here in the time lapse. Andy actually just got to my house too, so he'll be in here. Yeah, he'll be the first person to see it if the car starts. This is very exciting for me. I'm very excited. I'm shaking right now. I'm nervous. The exhaust is in my garage, so that's kind of a problem. I might have to open the door and roll the car out, and it's cold as hell, but we're gonna try it. She fired up. She's smoking. It's smoking because I had coolant. There was coolant that obviously dripped onto the downpipes, and the downpipes are wrapped in a heat wrap. So since they're wrapped in a heat wrap, all that steam is now coming off because they're getting hot. I'm so nervous right now. It could be oil burning too. I don't know. I have to check and see everything, but as of right now, it's idling pretty well. So I'm gonna go and check and see what's going on. I'll keep you guys updated. All right, so she shut down. A few things to point out that we will have to correct, which obviously I was expecting stuff, is right here on the oil cooler lines. They're leaking because oil somehow got up here, and it also did drip down underneath the car. There's a little puddle in that area right there. Also, when I started, you know, getting on the gas a little bit, I got a code. One was for like a crankshaft, something crankshaft correlation. I also had low boost, which that, I mean, I'll have to figure out what that is. That could be a boost leak, it could be multiple things. So yeah, I mean, there are a few things that we need to check. You know, I mean, it held its idle in the beginning, but then once I gave it gas, it said something to do with like the crankshaft correlation, and then from there on it just didn't want to run right anymore. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I told you guys Andy came. Andy's pretty excited too. We're moving, but you know, it's just one day at a time. You know, building a motor, it's never gonna be as easy as just throwing the motor in the car and it's gonna run right. It's not gonna happen, especially when you put aftermarket and do big upgrades and you have to, you know, self-tune and stuff like that. So yeah, I wasn't expecting it to run perfect, but I'm happy that it actually did turn on. That means that no electric is wrong or no fuel's wrong. So that means I did a pretty good job wiring for the most part, unless, you know, something's backwards. But so that's it. That's how we're gonna end the video. Hope you guys are excited. I sure as hell am. So be sure to go down, click that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the like button, and stay tuned for next video. Always remember, work hard, stay humble.